Now, there's some crazy news going on now. So, Albert Breer from NFL was on the Colin Cowherd's show. Okay, says the Bears are the front runners for Carson Wentz. They have pushed harder than the Colts to try to trade for him. Albert believes the Bears went to know that Carson wants to go there before trading for him. Now, I don't know what the Bears are giving up, what the case is. Okay, I think we all know that the Bears and Colts made the most sense out of all the teams. Obviously, Frank Reich with the Colts was with us as the offensive coordinator during our Super Bowl year. Okay, and now what's really kind of been crazy is that I didn't make this news a couple weeks ago, but John DeFilippo, that was the quarterback coach for the Eagles, is now the offensive coordinator now for the Chicago Bears, unless I'm wrong. I know they put John DeFilippo to something over there. So they made that move, and I said to myself, this is kind of a connected to Carson Wentz type move to have John DeFilippo actually become something in that offense now. He left us. I think he left us, went to the Vikings, Vikings to Jaguars. I think they went to the Jaguars now with the Chicago Bears, unless I'm missing a team. Correct me if I'm wrong. So now with John DeFilippo, that used to work with Carson Wentz during that Super Bowl year where they saw the most out of him, what is in store for Carson Wentz? Is he wanting to get traded to the Bears? Now, we all know Nick Foles is the quarterback over there. Mitchell Trubisky is not going to be the quarterback. Obviously, Mitchell Trubisky will either get traded, released, or he'll be done with his rookie contract soon, and they'll have a new quarterback. But obviously Carson Wentz is not going to be there if Nick Foles is there. So this trade for Nick Foles could actually work out. Obviously, you have kind of a little bit of a price tag on Nick Foles because he's working off that big contract that he had, so they'd have to move some money around for Nick Foles to be the backup quarterback. I have no problem with Nick Foles being the backup quarterback at all. I think Jalen Hurts will not be affected by it, and it will just be like it's nothing at the end of the day. But now it's going off of, does Carson Wentz want to get traded? So are the Eagles actually giving Carson Wentz respect and saying, hey, we respect you as a person? And I understand now, the news has come out that Carson Wentz has talked to everybody in the front office besides Howie Roseman. That's true. Okay, so if Carson says, hey, my destination is going to the Bears. So going to the Bears and reuniting with John DeFilippo, or going to the Colts and reuniting with Frank Reich, I think it's a win-win for him at the end of the day with either one of these coaches. Okay, I think it's a big win for him. Are they respecting the fact of saying, Carson, where do you want to go? And if the Bears, and honestly, he's going to have some, I guess, from what it sounds like, he has some type of say. But the other flip of the coin is if the Bears are offering just a lot more than what the Colts are offering, then it's going to really be hard for the Eagles to say, hey, Carson, look, like they're giving us a lot in Chicago right now. So I don't know how they go about this. Obviously, I've seen situations like this, but to put it up to the player, just like when Darius Slay got traded here, the Lions respected him enough to say, hey, I want to put you in a good position to win games, and I want to put you somewhere where you're going to succeed. I don't want to put you in a bad spot. So obviously the Lions helped Darius Slay out, come to the Eagles, and obviously the season was horrible, but they were working together in the process, and that's what I'm seeing with the Eagles and Carson Wentz, besides Howie Roseman, of course. So if they're leaving it up to Carson Wentz to go to the Bears, you might say, well, Nick Foles is there. I don't know what the case is. I don't think the Bears are going to have Nick Foles and Carson Wentz on the same team. But if they are the front runner, and the Colts have been trying to top it, okay. Now I don't know if the Bears actually want Carson Wentz, Zach Ertz as well, because Zach Ertz has been talked in trade package deal with Carson Wentz. I think if Wentz actually goes to Chicago, I think Ertz will either go to the Colts or maybe go to the Seahawks that have been rumored. Okay, I think that's the case for this team. I really don't know what else to say about it. I think it was weird a couple weeks ago when John DeFilippo became the coordinator. I think for the coordinator, he moved up in the offense for the Bears a couple weeks ago, last week, something like that. And it was just weird to say, wow, that's kind of weird how they made that move. And I think Carson Wentz likes DiFilippo. I think he likes Frank Reich more, but I think he likes both of these guys. And John DiFilippo is hard. He's a hard coach and knows how to work his quarterback, and knows how to use his quarterback the right way as well. And it's crazy because even during that Super Bowl year, John DiFilippo wasn't even the coordinator, and he was banging in on some of these plays and knows how all these players. He watched a lot of film, so he was like another coordinator for us, which made us even more successful. We had pretty much two offensive coordinators in DiFilippo and Frank Reich. Worked a lot with this offense and matchups, how to use the quarterback the right way. So there's a lot of cool things to take out of this, guys. There really is. So if it's up to Carson Wentz, I guess he chooses. That's just the rumor right now, that he's choosing. Or the Bears are ready to trade. But Carson Wentz has to make the decision if the Bears is his spot to be in, if that's the spot he wants to be in. I don't know if the Eagles are giving him much of a situation. Obviously, if the Bears are offering significantly crazy much more in this trade compensation-wise than the Colts, you kind of got to take it, whether your quarterback wants to go there or not. I mean, obviously, Carson can't be too picky because, we're doing what's best for the Eagles, not what's best. We're doing what's best for the Eagles more than what we're doing what's best for Carson Wentz, because at the end of the day, it's all about us. Okay, it's all about the Philadelphia Eagles. It's all about the logo. It's all about the shield at the end of the day. Okay? So, very interesting. Keep your eye on this. Seems like the Colts are way behind the Bears right now in this trade for Carson Wentz. Way behind. I don't know about Zach Ertz or anybody else that wants to get traded off this team, but when it comes to Carson Wentz, it seems like the Bears is the premier spot the Eagles want to put him to. The Bears are ready to trade, but obviously Carson Wentz has to make the decision that he wants to go to Chicago and be a Chicago Bear. So we'll see what happens, guys. I will see you guys later. Shake Squad up, fly outside. Peace out, guys. Peace.